First off, let's talk the tough experience, because I think it's fair to say you were a dark horse there. I don't think, and you came and you put on performances that made the USC stand up and take notice. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it was, I don't know. I had belief in myself, actually. I did have belief in myself. I know I'm mentally tough, you see. I thought we're going there with the training and experience from the coaches. I thought they could sharpen me and shape me up a little bit, which they did, in all fairness. They opened up my eyes to wrestling, some more advanced levels of jiu-jitsu, which I didn't think existed until they used them on me. And my striking was just a bit slow, that's all.
Sorry, mate. Is that the main reason that you've gone over to train there for your wrestling?
100%. I'm over in America because that's where the best people are. That's why I'm here now. There's no point staying home in the UK and being the best guy all the time and beating up all the people that aren't as good as you. You don't seem to, you just sort of plateau or get worse. Plateau. And it doesn't look so good, does it, really? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It all went a little bit funny then. But we've noticed there's quite a lot of guys that we talk to in the UK that they're the best in the gym. And you can see that they're slowly starting to lose fights because they've got nobody better than them to compete with.
Yeah.
Yeah, they end up being shit. Like Leroy Barnes.
You said that, I don't know.
I'm sorry, like who?
Like Leroy Barnes and shit like that. Never gets any better, you know what I mean? He fights the same people on the same show and he hasn't won a fight in fuck knows how long. And the only guy he did beat was Matt Ewan. He's about 50 years old. He's got a son or daughter older than me. You know what I mean?
Leroy's now signed with Cage Warriors, and you're obviously on to bigger and better things. Is that I don't mean that. Graham Boylan's going to kick my ass when he sees me for that comment. That's not what I meant. But
I like Leroy. Just go off on the record.
What? Oh yeah, Andrew was. Say this about Leroy.
I didn't. I like Leroy's my friend.
Fuck.
I like Leroy. He's my friend.
Yeah. Leroy.
I don't know what to do. I like Leroy.
Leroy that fucking what a prick.
I gotta be careful. I gotta do a tap out challenge with him soon. If I laugh too hard, he's gonna break my neck.
Nah, I'm really joking, guys. From what I've seen of Leroy, he seems alright. He just needs to go to the States more than anyone else.
Yeah, I think there's probably
he's had many opportunities to prove himself and be in the UFC, being on Bama and that he could, because he has got the athleticism. He's a beast. I'm sure if he went off to the States and come back, he could be good at least.
Did you watch his last fight on Cage Warriors?
I try not to watch his fights, no, because they're always.
It was a war with Norman Perry that he was on the wrong end of a decision, but it was the right decision.
I did think he did a lot better there, actually.
Yeah.
I watched his last fight. Who else fought on that card? Paul Daley.
Yeah, that was Paul Daley in the main event.
I trained with Ronnie Mann.
Yes.
Yes, I did watch it. I actually did think he did all right. If he had a game plan, he could have done a lot better, mind.
Do you think his corner might let him down a bit? Because they let him keep going for that guillotine, which seemed pointless after the first round.
Well, after he kept escaping non-stop like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have probably said no after that. But then again, I think as a fighter, you would have said, You know what I mean? I've tried guillotining this guy about 7 times now, and he's took top position every time. I would have probably thought by then, maybe I should stop. But he's,
you see, because this is the first time we've ever interviewed you, and I'm not sure whether you're just like having a laugh or whether you do seriously mean that.
Honestly, everyone says that, but no, he seriously. As a fighter, I think personally, if I tried going for that same move that many times, I would have changed. Personally, I don't know whether Leroy went blank but personally, I would have changed. I would have stopped going for I would have tried punching him, I expect. Or I don't know. I think a guillotine's, if you pull it off, it's rewarding. If it's not, you end up in a real shit position. I'd rather try a rear naked choke or something where I was on top. I'd rather do that. The only time I'd go for a guillotine if I was getting my ass kicked, or if someone literally sat up in the praying position and gave me their neck.
That's what I tend to do.
So every time I'd go for it.
You see, he destroyed Perez's face. I don't know why he didn't just stand up and just continue to.
Exactly. And the thing is, Leroy throws bombs as well. he does throw. He may have short arms and that, but when he throws with intent to kill. Do you know what I mean? It's a shame you couldn't, because I'd rather Leroy won. Obviously, I'm English, and I wanted Leroy to win. But he didn't. I wish he just fucking banged him out. I know it's easy to say that. Oh yeah, just bang him out. But I wish he did keep in range and use his dirty uppercuts and dirty hooks and stuff. He's got a really good overhand. No, I think it's a left hook he throws a lot of. Is that right?
Yeah, and his straight overhand left, he's got a pretty good one.
He throws an overhand leg. He throws it all the time. One of them, I know he throws that. I mean, and he obviously landed it a few times because the guy's face was a train wreck.
Yeah.
It's a shame that Leroy couldn't knock him out.
Yeah.
Let's move away from Leroy because we're here about Bradley Scott. To be fair, that's what we're here for. You're on before the tough finale against Robert Whittaker. You were on a 6-fight win streak. You took home $25,000 for the fight of the series, and now you're going to be in Manchester facing Michael Kuiper. How excited are you to be doing this in Manchester in front of English fans?
I'm excited. Obviously, I'm also nervous at the same time. Actually, I think I'm more excited. Actually, I'm glad I get the fans cheering me for once. It's been a while since I've had the fans, cheer for me. In Australia, it was because I'm a dick. It was obviously disgusting. I got booed horrifically. I'd like to get some cheering for once. That'd be quite interesting. But I also feel a bit of pressure. I don't want to let the old country down. I want to spread this guy's face across the canvas a little bit. I want to make sure that he can win.
Is it a case that those nerves you're going to use to tighten your... Is there any concern at all that little bit of nervousness might tighten you up, or is it better to be nervous now and work through until October 26th?
I'll probably be nervous all the way until October 26th, and it'll still tighten me up. I'm sure after the first round or so, if it goes that far, I'm sure I'll wake up. I'm sure I'll start fighting. I'll let my hands go. As soon as I let my hands go and everything comes together, I normally do pretty well. As long as I can get my game plan going.
Michael's 12-2. He's a black belt in judo. He's a pretty good grappler. He went on an 11-fight win streak, I think, until he lost to Natal. He's got a few more fights than you. How have you been training for his skill set? Is there anything particular you've been working on?
No, I've been working on everything over here, pretty much. I prefer to train as a martial artist rather than in an individual skill sort of thing. I like to work on everything all the time. And over here, guys are good at everything as well. I'm not good. I don't stand out in any division here. I've got to work my ass off in every aspect of the martial art. It's really good. And there's guys here that make Michael Kuiper look shit. So I'm happy to be around these guys. I got to roll with Benson the other day. I'm training with Jordan Johnson. He's an Iowa State wrestler, one of the Hawkeyes. You know what I mean? And he's they're phenomenal. They're on another level. They got what's that jiu-jitsu guy's name? Ticino or something. Fucking hell, it's like a 4 times Brazilian jiu-jitsu world champion or something. Fucking hell, it's just like rolling with a fucking what's it? Oh, you just got a bear trap. I mean, constantly getting snapped on.
What was it about that gym that made you go there and not other gyms?
Well, for the fact Benson's there is a huge aspect. My manager pretty much sorted it out. It was between TriStar was another option as well. Mm-hmm. But from what I've been told, I'm glad I didn't go there. I'm glad I ended up coming to here. But it is fantastic. I mean, there's obviously TriStar's the second best gym of all time. I mean, ridiculously high like that after Jackson's. Yeah. But apparently, you don't get as much attention because they've got such a big, they've got their favourites. I think got so many good guys there. It's hard to get any one-on-one coaching. Whereas here, despite having loads of good guys, I've had loads of one-on-one time with John Crouch himself. Benson's come up, helped me out many a times with some teaching me a few things here and there, tapping me out. That jiu-jitsu guy, I've rolled with him a few times. He destroyed me, but afterwards he's then shown me what I've done wrong and how he's made me look like a fool. And they've all helped me out, even the wrestlers and that. They've shown me a few techniques and stuff. It's fantastic. I'm learning loads, and it's mentally tough as well. It's tough for me. The heat is unbearable.
Is it fair to say that after this experience, this is how you're going to train from it? You're going to come out to the States from now on?
I've wanted to come out to the States for a long time, for a really long time. I've always wanted to be out in the States training in the first place. I just want to get as good as I can while I'm here. I've still got something stupid 6.5 weeks to get better. That's a long time of training with some of the best, one of the best guys in the world, and certainly a lot of guys who are top in their field. I'm definitely going to improve massively, and hopefully I'm going to smash Kuiper up.
And you know, when you visualize yourself, you know, you visualize getting your hands raised. Do you get, you know, is Bruce Buffer calling out the winner by knockout or the winner by submission? Is there something in your head that you picture happening?
I just hope it's not another decision. Until the fight house, I'd never gone to decision.
Yeah.
It's just had the most rubbish way to win a fight ever in that decision. You didn't really beat the guy, you just hit the guy slightly more than he hit you. I think to win a fight, you should have to finish the guy. I don't know. I'd like to knock him out. I think everyone wants a knockout, don't they? You want to knock him out so bad, you can walk away with your hand raised before he hits the floor. But that's probably not going to happen. As obviously being Dutch, the facilities he's got in terms of K1 kickboxing is going to be far better than the US even. You know, and the US is normally pretty good, but in terms of K1 kickboxing, the Dutch are like, you know, the dog's dangles. So I've got to sort of prepare the fact that he's going to be hacking my leg off. You know what I mean? And he's going to have half decent hands as well. But when I checked him out, in terms of like Dutch, he's not the top end of the Dutch kickboxing, but he's still damn good enough to bang people out left, right, and centre, as he's proved in his record. I've watched a few other things I've seen from him. He is good at grappling. He's definitely better than me at grappling, so I'm going to stay on top if I get a chance and make his grappling count for FA when I smash him in the face.
Yeah, is he going to be able to compete with your heart and will? Because I think that was on display for all to see throughout, you know, the Smashes series. One thing, skill set aside, the one thing I think you had more so than just about anybody else on that show was that win at all cost, I'll grind it if I have to mentality. Is your mental game one, you know, an important part of your arsenal?
I don't know. I was talking to Andrew about Copper Bollocks earlier. We were on about mental toughness and that, and I didn't even realise I was mental tough. I just don't like losing.
Yeah.
So I presume that can be mental toughness. If you get savage with a gun, you don't want to lose, and I just try to throw as much as I can. But I think a lot of that I do owe to someone I don't really like. My old strength and conditioning coach used to get us doing a lot of mentally tough. Obviously, it was almost impossible to do the exercises. You know, like horrendous prowler sprints, ropes, and it was all horrible. But mentally, it toughens you up. And he's always trying to get you to compete with guys that are 10 times fitter than you. You're never going to win, but you have to, you know, mentally keep tough. And I didn't realise I was mentally tough until I saw my fight against Ben Alloway anyway. I just thought it was just a fight. I didn't realise, you know, mental toughness come into it. But actually, on looking back at it, I thought, fucking hell, I had many chances I could have just give up, you know, and just let him take my back and stuff and just sport out like a bitch and take it. But I didn't. I just sort of, you know, got back to my feet and carried on. Same as Rob Whittaker as well. I didn't think I really got dropped. I think I just stumbled more than got dropped. Clumsy-footed clown. But when Rob put me on my ass, I got straight back out. I go, fuck, he was hitting me with his little pussy shots. He didn't hit as hard as everyone was making out he did. I just fucking stood back up and carried on fighting. I didn't think...
Sorry,
I beat him.
That old Tough series, would you do, if you got offered a chance to do it again but not in Australia, would you do a Tough show? Had you not done that one before? Sorry?
As a coach or as a contestant?
As a contestant, if you hadn't already done that Australia one, would you do it again?
No, never again. What a load of shit. Never again. It was horrible. I think everyone in the house would have said the same thing. I wouldn't have done it again. No, I wouldn't have.
Was it because it was in Australia, or was it just how it was ran?
It wouldn't have mattered if it was in the UK either. You don't get to see any of your friends. You don't get to see any of your family. I had a girlfriend at the time. You know, I got 2 cats and a dog. You don't get a budgie. You don't get a couple of fish. You don't get to see any of them. Do you know what I mean? You don't get to see. You can't watch fucking TV. You can't read books. You can't go on the internet. You can't go on porn. You got to be fucking kidding me.
And were you ever tempted at all to use that phone?
Pardon?
Were you ever tempted at all to use the phone?
I would have used that expert, but I don't remember. I still don't know my girlfriend's number off my hobby. I don't know how to text. Yeah.
I take it you'd have used the phone for the phone for porn then.
I'd have had to have fucking used my phone to ring at my mum or something. That's the number I know. I'd have had a chance. Couldn't do anything. So there's no point giving me the phone. I don't realise the girlfriend's number because they split with her, so I can't ring the bitch. Boom.
Oh, I gotta tell you, I want another one of these interviews after you win, mate. This is awesome.
American said, mate.
Did you just call me American?
He pretends to be. He's from London, really.
I'm Canadian. Shut up. I'm a Canadian. Ah!
Yeah.
I was enjoying this interview as well.
I've just been racist. Blasphemy. God. I've offended a Canadian. Wouldn't you tell me, you prick?
I don't think you should worry about offending me. Nobody else does. What message you got for your fans? Well, and for the people who are going to come to Manchester and watch your fight, what can they expect to see out of you?
No, it'd be a good fight. There'd be loads of punches thrown, loads of half-hearted takedown attempts, back to striking, back to more half-hearted. If he does go down, God bless him. But I'm sure there'll be loads and loads of striking. I'm not scared of getting kicked by his little kicks or slapped by his punches. I'll be throwing bombs back at him. Don't worry about that. There'll be some haymakers thrown back at his face. And it'll keep coming for 3 5-minute rounds as well.
You see, it's safe to say you're very outspoken. So when you have your hand raised, are you the kind of fighter that's going to call someone out after?
No, I don't do anything like that. I don't do anything like that. I'm a wind-up merchant. That's about all I am, mate, really. I'm not fucking... I'm just like winding people up.
Is there any fighters in your weight division that you wind up then?
No, there's a lot of people I know I wind up. That's about it. Like the fights at the gym and stuff. But that's about it. I'm not...
If this fight goes the way you expect it to and the way you want it to, again, and I'm not asking you to call anybody out, but what kind of opponent are you looking for next? Like, what kind of skill set are you looking to test yourself against? And is there anybody who really excites you?
A grappler.
A grappler?
A grappler. I never really fought a grappler. Oh, I have once. In like 2009, I fought Richard Weatherall. I fought one grappler, but he had no wrestling, so it was an easy fight. But,
you're not going to call Chael Sonnen out then?
Nah, I don't want to be laid on for 5 minutes.
That's the best answer we've had all day.
Yeah.
Look,
It's true. There's nothing I could do. It'd take me down in about 3 seconds. Nothing I could do. The guy's got wrestling pedigree, innit? Just shoot him from the other side of the cage like Ben Askren. Just lay on me and fucking dry hunt me and kill me. I'd rather take someone that's who's gonna, try and finish me. So I know, in all fairness to Chael, he did finish Shogun.
Yeah.
That pissed on many of fires, didn't it? Jesus Christ.
Oh, I don't think many people saw that coming in the first round. I think they thought Chael would win a decision.
Yeah, I can't believe that must have caused riots in Brazil. There must have been like fucking riots. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, here's hoping they give him Vanderlei if Vanderlei will step up, because I think that'll be a fight that people will want.
Apparently, Vanderlei turned down the contract.
Yeah.
Or turned down what Dana White offered him, and then there's a video or something of Vanderlei pissing on Chael's car or something.
Yeah.
Is that what?
Yeah, well, there's certainly some video and stuff out. I haven't watched it yet, and I know that Vanderlei is now, I think, becoming a little more open to the fight. But he wanted a portion of the pay-per-view points. He said, "I'll only fight him for the pay-per-view."
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Fair play. That's extra cash. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, can't blame him. Can you? If he's got the, I mean, I wouldn't ask for that. I just get dropped straight from the fucking car, don't I? Sort us out. Give us some pay-per-view points. Yeah, contract whipped, bin, burned. I mean, never fight for the UFC again. I'll be poor Daley.
First off, I want to thank you ever so much for taking 20 minutes out of your morning to talk with us too. And before we let you go, is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to, or any sponsors you'd like to thank?
I'd obviously like to thank the MMA Lab for accepting me in the first place. G-Form MMA, the manager, obviously you set it up with.
Yeah.
Dragon's Lair back home. Do you know heard of Dragon's Lair?
Dragon's Lair Gym?
Yeah, in the UK.
Yeah.
That's my gym.
Where in the UK?
Oh, you don't know, do you? You
Well,
lie.
no, we've heard the name Dragon's Lair.
There's another Dragon's Lair, I think. Logan's close.
There is. There's a Dragon's Lair in America as well. You see, there's a couple in America, and believe it or not, they've actually got a fighter called Scott Bradley. But I swear down, it's fucking pain in the ass. So whenever you go on Google and that, people try to find me at work and stuff, and they find other Bradleys and shit. But it's near Bristol, Wiltshire.
Yeah.
You know Wiltshire?
Well, no, not personally, but yeah, I know Bristol.
Yeah, good. Just south of that and a bit to the right.
Thanks, mate.
That's where Melksham is. Thank Dragon's Lair, 'cause obviously that's where I come from in the roots. Who else could I thank? Who else sponsors me and shit?
I always forget as well.
I always forget. Just
Gum
If anyone
shield?
met, just add them in as well. Pardon?
Have you got anyone that makes you gum shield?
Oh shit! No, Funky Gums did send me one back.
Oh,
I sent them the mold and nothing come back. But I think it was because I left early. But yeah, thank Funky Gums. Yeah.
If there's anybody else that you've forgotten, you can just get Andrew to send us a message, and we'll make sure it appears at the bottom of the screen for you, so you don't get sponsors going, "Why didn't you name me?"
Well, if anyone says anything like, "Oh, what about me?" just then add them in like the week after.
Done and dusted.
Done and dusted. Thank you very much.
Brett, thanks so much for your time. It's been a pleasure meeting you, and I look forward to a post-fight interview with you October 26th.
Us. Thank you very much, guys.
Cheers. Thanks for your time.